それでは一応、ウォリアーキングの服に変えて、今まで着たのは白にあげた。現地人の服だからな。クエストやろう。ん？ここ。エデン。イーデン。イーデンって発音するんだけどな。日本人だと多分エデン。エデンだもんな。寝ぼけてるわ。
Thank you. Desade, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinian.
そう。ファーザーの話を聞け。
And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate.
ストールンタブレットは石版か。
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
なるほどね。異教徒が関わってるって自信あるんだ。
May the enlightened always keep their
Want to
Our
tell them
ordinary
anything,
God.
because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone,
ひどい
I
ね。
thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
そうか、またブランボなことしたんだ、あいつら。Ask out what happened?
What happened to
それ
your
知らない
warriors?
な。なんだ
Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of
Deirdre.
Vedlu, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Sons, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters,
おー、すごい。
but men, perhaps wiser than they are.
そうか。
I have to go.
Like so many others.
彼は平和的な共存を願ってんだ。でも狂信者だからな、テレメは。The relation with neighboring.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
他のところとね
With、some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village
時々揉め事あるけれど、
a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There is something strange here.
It often takes time for the people of the continent to get used to our paradise, but I am sure you will come to appreciate it.
あ、そうか。
I must leave you.
彼
Goodbye.
らも比較
May
的
the
平和的なん
enlightened
だ。
always keep you in their divine blessing.
わかった。じゃあいいじゃん。で、何調べろって。そう、なんか、亡くなったんだったっけ？まだ学び足りないの俺。ここか？
But hurry, I have a lot to do.
I have a lot to do ってこれ頼まれてきてやったのにありがとうって一言もないとおかしくねえか？
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Whom suspect being 誰が
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas. I'm
afraid
afraid there are
there are many
many
suspects.
suspects. These
いっぱいいん
tablets
の
are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
ああ、仕返しでね。どこにあった
Where
の
were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's
Keeping
shops.
in the
We
village
intended to bring them to
shop.
San Matthias later. But first, we
小屋に
wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to. But I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
調べようと思ってたんだ。Ask her who was guarding them. 誰
I
が守っ
imagine
て
someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
バジル、さ
Well,
っきだ
thank。you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
いや、もういいけどさ。あ、イーデン。
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's
でも
writings.
聞いてきた
Are
よ。
you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes.
I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed described in the writings. いや、違うんだよ。違うことはもう知ってんだよ、俺。学者の研究で。ask if there were any confrontations. 何か問題 ?ask about how the natives reacted to their arrival. 聞いとく
What was the reaction of the natives when you
協力
arrived?
的なのと反発した
Most
の
of
といる
them
ん
were
だ。
not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The
The
warriors
warriors.
of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them
オード
run
ルミナ
away.
あ、
The islanders tried to attack again with the support of
Interrogator.
Yeoman, but we stood our ground.
死んだぜ
And。when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful.
そうか、全然わかんなかったよ。他のこと考えて。
Thank you. I'll let you work.
ちょっと待って。今度は話する
Greetings, Desade. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
違う違う。
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the
そう
tablets on the night
守
of
っ
the theft. Is that
見張り
right?
だったんだって。
Indeed.
やる気なかったってこと ?asking about the...
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular.
何も
Night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
おお
The door.
途中で人が来て。まあでも、いいや。asking suspect.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
誰も、俺たちの
Sister
仲間じゃない
Eugenia。did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course.
値打ちがない
But
と。
our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
asking about possibility か、possible involvement.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
いや、ないよ。
Since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
彼らは彼らで、
We
石板を
conducted
大事に持ってる。
research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you
あ
mean?
あ、証拠見つけた
Now
か
we
らいい
can
と。
prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a
ああ、あん
theologian.
なに騒ぐことじゃないと。わかった。あいつこれも聞いと
Have
くか
you
な。
been in Eden for a long time?
歴史のこ
2
と。
months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
なるほどね。ask him about his mission with natives. これイントゥイションで。
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here,
But-
my superior is Bishop Domitian.
俺はビショップ
Our
に
mission is
従
to
った。
banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to
バンシベーガンカルト
the
だよ。
island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
The order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it.
ちょっとこの人は狂信的なとこあるね。話を聞いて。俺も結論出てるからな。俺の中で。違ってたら泣くけど。誰か、ちょっとアイテムもらってから。
You have returned on Manawi.
Oron Manawi.
You need something else?
something else だよ。Talk about.
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance
追い
because
出
the
された
missionaries
奴ら。
forced them to leave.
仕返しのため
They
に
must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
誰か
You
内
may
通者
be
として。
right, but you may also be wrong.
正しいかもしれないけど間違ってるような気がするぞ。カリスマ。
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have,
Reach the
how do
same
you think they
conclusion.
will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back.
イクイズターと
and my
カン
people
バ
would
やばいあいつ
suffer.
ら。
I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal.
ビンドワール。
She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury.
息子が
If
ね。
you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no
息子のため
intention
に。
of hurting her, but things may not be so simple.
お母さん、息子が大好きなお母さん。セーブしとくよ。
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Vindwal.
Tumad.
本当だ。
Yes, that is me. What do you want?
Accuse her stealing. Ask her about Ra.
What
About
can
Ra
you
だ。
tell me about Lair,
Lair
your former
だね。
leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him, not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the mind shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I
There
know
is
you
no
did it for your
point
son who had
denying
to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
いや、tell her that would allow to see to spare. どうしようか。
The only means of alleviating the situation with Ptolemy is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I
そう、
could
インテル
retrieve
ゲ
them
ーターとか
discreetly.
インクジター来たらやばいよ。
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is
西から
riddled
行く
with
の。
traps.
東から行くの。
And please, do not hurt my son.
わかった。殺すなと。